Good evening. This is SNN. The Sorcerer News Network is your not even remotely close to around the clock Disney Sorcerer's Arena news, reactions, reviews, theory crafting, and more source. I'm Sir Georges, your host, along with Celiac Sarah. Good to talk to you again. We've had Christmas, New Year's, massive holiday season. Now it's the end of January when we're back.
Finally, it's all calming down.
Yeah. No more gifts to buy.
No
So,
more.
This week on SNN, we've got two big headlines. The first of which is that Rapunzel and company have entered the game.
Yeah, I was
They look to be pretty good.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by it.
Me too.
I shouldn't be surprised, but I was.
They look pretty good. I've looked at them a little bit. Rapunzel looks to actually bring the princess characters together as a faction.
Yeah.
And then our other headline is that this will likely be our last Disney Source Arena podcast show for the foreseeable future. And we're going to talk about that, why our interest in the game has waned over time, and all that good stuff. So first,
all right,
let's go over the Rapunzel Tower and Rapunzel characters. So I don't think they updated the notes from the Discord before adding Maximus to the game.
No, I don't think so.
Because I was just going to my usual nodes to farm characters. Saw a new horse there. I was like, that doesn't look like
that's
Sven.
not right.
That's not a reindeer. It looks like a unicorn. And then I click on it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Maximus, and then I'm trying to remember what was Maximus from. And first thought was like the Hunchback of Notre Dame horse.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then I realized, oh, okay, Maximus. Because when I looked up the horse, then it hit me more that this is who that horse is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was completely shocked. I did not expect that to come into the game unannounced at the time. And then it was either later that day or the next day where they're like, Rapunzel Tower coming.
That's funny. I remember seeing him, but I didn't even my brain didn't register. Like, it was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I was just so hyper focused on what I was doing at the time that I was like, whatever.
Don't care about them. Don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just scroll past in a panic.
Right.
Oh.
So with the event, it was just a tower, just like the other ones. You're blocked off from getting very far. You get through the first tower without Maximus, I think. The first book.
Right.
And the second one, you needed to have Maximus. Third one, you needed Flynn Rider. Because in the game, they have added Flynn, Maximus, and Rapunzel. They have not added... Oh, they did add Mother Gothel, but no way to get her. They did.
She's just there.
She wasn't a reward, was she?
I think you can buy her with the tower currency. I think, but you have to unlock her in the shop, like the same way you did with Stitch. You can't start buying Stitch until you beat Tower 2, I think it is. Which would make sense because I could not buy her.
Yeah. But anyways, I have not looked through them at all except for a little bit of Rapunzel. So we can
look through them.
Blitz through initial reaction. So I'll do Maximus first, then you can do Rapunzel.
Yeah.
So Maximus, not a unicorn, also not from Hunchback of Notre Dame. So Maximus is basic, deals damage to target opponent 2 times. with a 45% chance to inflict offense down per hit for 2 turns when fully upgraded. But since you probably won't get him to gear 7 anytime soon, for 1 turn.
Oh man.
So that seems like a good power basic with a strong
Yeah.
chance of putting offense down. Special 1, Commanding Presence. Gain taunt for 1 turn and defense up for 1 turn. Summon 1 Royal Guard with full speed meter.
Huh.
The Royal Guard has, let's see, 875 health for mine. So the Royal Guard has a small portion of Maximus's health.
Mm-hmm.
Has small defense and the following ability: deal up to 300 damage to target opponent. Then there's a there. So I upgraded mine to the first level, and it says there exclamation point. Inflict defense down on target opponent for 1 turn. 30% chance to inflict vulnerable.
Right.
What is that? Is that a second ability that occurs when he does this move?
That looks like he gets 2 abilities. Like he gets the dealing damage one and he gets a defense down one.
Okay.
Like they're split. And you can
Interesting.
choose. Interesting.
And then if you fully upgrade this one, you'll summon a second Royal Guard in Club Conquest.
Interesting. We haven't had a character release that has Club Conquest for a little bit. I think Lion King was the last one.
Yep, Lion King. The Toy Story, the villains from Toy Story, they had, Chunk and Lotso. Yeah.
Huh.
So a taunting horse with 2 Royal Guards summoned. Yeah. That's pretty good. Then special number 2. Deal strong damage to target opponent. Inflict slow for 1 turn. Gain taunt for 1 turn. If Flynn Rider is a teammate, he gains haste for 1 turn. Tower and Club Conquest. Inflict vulnerable.
Okay.
So that means he has 2 moves that allow him to taunt. Both specials.
Yeah. And they're both, it looks like 4 magic cooldown.
Yep. And then he has 1 passive. When Maximus falls below 66% health, he gains the following: cleanse 1 harmful effect, gain defense up for 1 turn, upgrade it, he'll flip that harmful effect, upgrade it again, it'll reactivate when Maximus falls below a lower threshold. That's pretty good for a tank to have.
Yeah, I like that.
Free cleansing, debuff, flipping.
I'm curious what the lower threshold is.
I know, don't just say lower.
It's just
Tell us
it's just
30%, 33%. I'm guessing 33%.
Yeah. That would make sense. It's kind of like it's being like in thirds or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
All right. Not bad. Okay, so I think it's a decent tank. I like it. I think he's maybe one of the better ones.
Two abilities that taunt is helpful when you're dealing with people that dispel taunts. Because right now in the game, if you bring 1 taunter and they get dispelled, ugh. Now I gotta wait 3 turns.
Yeah. And cleansing or flipping the harmful effects is pretty solid too. Especially because if you're taunting, you're
taking the debuffs.
Thank you. I can't speak apparently.
That's why we're a team. That's why there's 2 of us.
Where my brain was going. All right. Okay, so Rapunzel, she has a boatload of abilities. Okay, so her basic, I will use this. She basically just deals a ton of damage to the target opponent. If it is a critically hit damage, then she inflicts stun for 1 turn. And that's it. All it does as you upgrade is just up the damage dealt. So
Yeah.
all right. Her special, one of her specials, Hair Snare. Deal X amount of damage to target and a random adjacent opponent on primary target inflicts stun for 1 turn. So that's another stun. Cool. Reduce speed meter to 0. Whoa. On adjacent target, inflict slow for 1 turn. Reduce speed meter by 10%. That is cool.
Cool.
And then once you upgrade her, she's going to increase the damage dealt. She will have if you max her out, an additional 30% chance to inflict stun on the adjacent targets. Oh.
So versus single target opponents,
yeah,
you're not only stunning them, but taking away all turn meter they got.
Yeah. And then you could potentially slow and stun adjacent targets.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yikes.
That's pretty sweet. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And reduce their speed meter. It's that though, it looks like her speed meter reduction for them stays at 10%. It doesn't look like that changes. And then her second special, which is called Restoration Incantation, which is a 6 magic, it looks like.
Yeah.
A long time.
She dyes her hair, becomes a platinum blonde.
Oh man. Oh
Bleaches
boy.
her hair, lightens her hair.
She lightens her hair. She's gonna lift it. Revert all damage dealt to revert all damage dealt to teammates and revive any teammates that were defeated since Rapunzel's last turn. Revive teammates have 15% of their max health. When a non-summoned teammate is defeated, this ability gains 1 magic. Okay, so you're going to go through that theoretically, cooling that down pretty quickly. Once you upgrade it, though, they'll actually revive with 20% of their max health, and she'll cleanse all harmful effects inflicted on teammates since her last turn as well. Whoa.
Wow.
Okay, so revert all damage. So that means like if I have 50% damage on, let's just say Elsa, does she just go back to 100% health?
Yeah. Anything that happened to your entire team
just get
since her last turn just goes back to the way it was. If everyone was at full health, start of the match, and then you just had like an opening, opponents just wailed on you, killed your hero, and just wrecked you right before you even got a first turn. She takes hers. Well, I guess she might have to take a first turn, but you get what I'm saying. Things that happen in between her turns. Everyone's health goes back to what it was. Anyone dead is now brought back to life.
Whoa.
Any debuffs taken are now cleansed and erased.
Because it's all of them, not just like a random one or two, like all of them. Bye-bye.
Everything is reset. So if your opponent, used all their specials, like you're fighting a computer and just AoE special, AoE debuffs.
Yeah.
All this junk to you. Boom. Undone.
I kind of want Rapunzel. Man. Okay. Now I know why it's a 6 magic cooldown too. That is insane.
And it's very much in line with her character in the movie.
Yeah. And it's very like she's obviously going to take a turn because it's a 6 magic cooldown. So even if you had your characters get wiped out, it's only 1 magic that the ability is gaining. So you won't get to use this off the start. But still crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Her passive ability is called the Sun Drop. And when she deals damage, she will heal the teammate with the lowest health for 10% of the damage dealt, increased by 20% if that teammate is a princess teammate. In Tower and Club Conquest, 50% chance to cleanse a harmful effect, which actually goes up. If you max it out, she is guaranteed to cleanse a harmful effect, and she will actually heal for 15% health, or 15% of the damage dealt, or 25%. That's still, man, she's got a lot of healing.
Yeah.
A lot of healing. I like it. Cool. I like this also Club Conquest. This is gonna be a I'm just thinking off of her and Maximus off the top of my head, not seeing the other ones. It could potentially be like a timeout team if you put them on
Yeah, it could.
set them on defense, right?
Yeah,
Just
it could.
depending on how the AI plays her, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she has a leader ability. We can handle ourselves. Princess teammates gain the following: 7% offense, 3% speed per princess ally at the start of battle. If you max this out, it's actually 10% offense. And in Tower and Club Conquest, princess teammates start with offense up for 1 turn and unstoppable for 2 turns. Cool.
That's the ridiculous part.
Yeah. And that's not even that far. You just have to take that to level 2.
Yeah.
To get that.
Easy. Gear 3, you can add that ability for just 50 green omegas or green alpha runes.
Yeah, you don't need that's nothing.
And that extra speed and offense is all built in just the basic leadership.
Yeah.
So if you have 5 princesses, you're getting plus 15% speed at the start of battle.
And is 7% offense is just flat. It's not per.
Right.
That doesn't the speed grow. Is per.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, that's still solid. Like you're still getting a boost.
You have to take Hero from Big Hero 6 up to Gear 8, use a bunch of really good materials to get his plus 5% for tech.
Totally.
And 5% for his Big Hero 6 teammates. Here,
whereas
just
from
the
her,
start,
you just take her.
15% speed.
Man. Yeah, because that's at level 1. Oh, man.
Yeah. And they're gaining unstoppable for 2 turns. That's that. I get it confused with undefeatable a lot.
Yes.
But unstoppable can't take debuffs. Can't.
It's kind of like it makes me think of like in Mario Kart when you get the star.
Yeah.
You just go ham. I'm playing a lot of Mario Kart.
I love Mario Kart.
That's what it makes me think of, though. It's like, no, you can't. Nothing's going
I think she can still take damage.
Right.
But can't take any kind of harm. It's like a harmful immunity.
Yeah.
And it does something else. I can't
remember. Man.
Yeah, that's a really solid leadership.
Yeah. That definitely pulls the princess faction together.
Definitely.
Who else is in the princess faction? Out of
Mulan,
curiosity.
Belle, Anna and Elsa.
No, they're not tagged princess, which is very weird.
They're not princess?
No, it's Belle, Ariel, Jasmine, Mulan, Moana, what's her face? Merida, Pocahontas, and Rapunzel.
What?
Anna and Elsa are not tagged princess.
What?
How weird is that? I get the Elsa bit. I get Elsa, but Anna?
You gotta be kidding me. I wonder if they took away the tags because of Rapunzel.
Maybe?
I don't know. Then we got Flynn Rider. All 3 of these characters are kingdom characters, by the way.
Yeah.
So they could also work with everybody's basic starter kingdom teams that you got with Shan Yu.
Mm-hmm.
So Flynn Rider, his basic, deal damage to target opponent. If Rapunzel's a teammate, attack target 2 times, gaining 5% speed meter per hit. If
Oh.
Rapunzel's a teammate, she gains the same amount of speed meter.
Oh.
So his basic is feeding himself and Rapunzel 10%
Mm-hmm.
speed meter.
For some reason, I was reading that as like her being a teammate was at level 2, not level 1. Um. Okay. Cool.
Special 1, Smolder. Target opponent has a helpful effect. Steal 2 helpful effects, excluding taunt. Otherwise, inflict charm for 1 turn. 30% chance to steal 1 magic.
What?
If Rapunzel's a teammate, she gains the same amount of magic and a copy of the helpful effects. So if you steal a magic, he and Rapunzel are both going to get 1 magic.
Mm-hmm.
And if you steal 2 helpful effects, he and Rapunzel are going to gain copies of both of them.
What?
Then you can upgrade it to be a 45% chance to steal magic. So this move, no matter what you're doing, is good. You're either going to charm somebody and steal a magic, or you're going to steal helpful effects and steal a magic.
Either way, you're laughing. Like, either way, you can't really go wrong with that. Man, okay.
And that steal a magic is very rare.
Yeah, I don't think who else can do that? Do you know?
Barley.
Barley, right?
Barley's got a special that steals a magic, which is useful in raids. So we'll see how Flynn Rider is able to be used in raids. Then his other special, evasive maneuver, deal damage to target and flanking opponents, reduce their speed meter by 10%, and gain unstoppable for 2 turns. So he becomes an honorary princess, gets unstoppable well. If Rapunzel's an ally, purge 1 helpful effect from each affected opponent. Rapunzel gains 1 guaranteed crit and unstoppable for 2 turns. Wow. So again with this move, both of them are getting the unstoppable benefits. Now this is not just a flanking reduce speed meter move, but you're also purging an effect from all opponents hit with it.
Yeah.
And Rapunzel gets that guaranteed crit, making it so that her basic will be a stun.
Mm-hmm. So after he does this, you're gonna want a basic with her.
Right. And then she gets to stun somebody.
Yeah.
Very good synergy there. His passive, called Sticky Fingers. When Flynn Rider crits, gain evasion up to a maximum of 3. When Flynn Rider's attacked and attacker has a helpful effect, excluding taunt, 20% chance to counterattack, dealing up to 34 damage and stealing 1 helpful effect from attacker. If Rapunzel's a teammate, she gains a copy of the stolen helpful.
Of course.
So he can gain evades if he gets critical hits himself, and has a good chance to counterattack stealing effects. So he's just going to be doing a lot of stealing.
He will only steal with this passive. He'll only steal if he counterattacks.
Right.
Okay. Huh. Cool.
Yeah, seems good.
Yeah. They're not too like crazy, but I like their synergy together.
Yeah. I think he'll pair well with Rapunzel.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but probably it'll be like a Beast team or a Elsa team where it's all centered around that one character, all centered
Yeah.
around Rapunzel, and having one or two with good synergy is all you need. So
Yeah.
Flynn will probably serve his purpose.
Yeah, I can see that. Man.
And then Mother Gothel,
Mhm.
I don't know if she's obtainable yet.
When I click on it right now, it says you can only find it during limited time events, so during the tower
Okay. Okay.
for her shards. Uh, so I think it's a beat tower 2 thing, and then you can
Gotcha.
start buying it.
Gotcha.
That's my
So
guess. I did not beat tower 2, so
yeah, me neither. So my real quick run through of
Mhm.
her. Basic deals damage, can flip a helpful effect.
Okay.
Special one, if she's not in stealth, she gains stealth for 2 turns, gains an evasion, 50%
Mm.
chance to gain haste for 2 turns. If she is stealthed already, if this character is affected by stealth, then do the following. On turn start, this ability gains full magic. On ability
Oh,
use, lose stealth. Deal up to 124 damage to target opponent, which is 300% of her offense. So deal 300% of her offense to target opponent, ignoring 50% defense. 50% chance to inflict defense down for 2 turns. So if
whoa.
you use it once, she hides. Next turn, you'll get the full magic for this ability back, so that
You'll be
she
able to use
can.
it back to back.
Right.
Oh,
But then you would have to wait your natural 4 turns for the
right.
magic to. Interesting. Special 2, Mother Knows Best. Steal 100% of target opponent's speed meter and give to a teammate with the least speed meter. Target immediately attacks the opponent with the lowest health.
So the
Uh,
target being the
Another
wait,
enemy.
what?
So whoever she's targeting
Yeah.
will attack
Attack.
another opponent with the lowest health. So it's
Hmm.
like a charm, but being done right away.
Right. And they ignore stealth.
This attack does 75% bonus damage.
Ooh.
If target opponent is Rapunzel, inflict charm for 1 turn. So you're
Oh.
going to charm her and make her attack a teammate right away.
So the next turn she attacks teammate again.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's pretty good. So it looks like a new Rapunzel team will emerge,
Hmm.
and Mother Gothel will be the counter to that Rapunzel. Then she has a passive. When an opponent gains a helpful effect, 15% chance to do the following. Drain up to 5% of this character's max health from opponent. 30% chance to gain drain life for 1 turn.
Oh wow.
Don't know what drain life does, but
Sounds kind of like a health steal type thing, but I guess it's not.
yeah, I don't know. But I know that draining 5% of the enemy's max health is pretty good
Hmm. I wonder
without
if
having to
it's
do anything, just as a passive.
yeah. Huh. Huh. I'm just reading based off all of the she does this when an opponent gains a helpful effect. So right away that's making me think about like Flynn stealing and like copying them for
Oh yeah,
Rapunzel and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right. So that automatically means she's gonna do this. Well, she'll have a 15% chance to do it.
Yeah.
20% if you activate it or upgrade it, I should say.
Good point. Good point.
So that's all right. That's another like counter built in right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Not bad.
Not
Pretty
bad.
good.
It doesn't jump out at me as insane like Beast
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. I agree. It doesn't seem like game breaking or anything like that.
Yeah. iMac Death asked, "Isn't Drain Life what Dr. F. Facilier gives to someone when he forces them to taunt?" Good question. Don't think it is. It is. Very good iMac Death.
Man.
So it is a. I want to say it's like 20% of the health of the damage you deal, you get back as health.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. That's a good
Okay.
buff. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that buff.
good then.
That's a good one.
Hmm.
I like it.
I like that it's like it seems like a somewhat easily attainable team. Aside from her, obviously, because there's only one place you can get her. The other three you can at least farm.
Yeah. Immediately
Um,
farmable on different hard nodes, elite
yeah.
nodes. Yeah. Okay, on to our next headline.
Yes.
Sarah hates the game and said she's quitting.
uh,
I
I
had
don't
nothing
know
to
if
do
I'm
with
gonna
this.
quit.
I'm joking. I'm joking. But this is probably going to be our last podcast, at least for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Mostly because, and this is what we're going to talk with each other, because I don't know much of why Sarah's feeling this way. She doesn't know much
Mm-hmm.
of why I'm feeling this way.
But we're both feeling this way.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Whew.
yes. No, it's all you, Sarah. You broke my heart. I
I
can't
was
believe
gonna
you did
say, is it all me?
that. No, no, no,
Oh.
no, 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 no. So my gripes with the game, and one of the main reasons why I don't know that I don't think we're gonna stop doing the podcast, because
Mhm.
the game is not ideal for little updates.
Right.
Because the stuff that they update is like, here's a new talisman, or here's a new
Yeah.
character that, depending on what level you are in the game, like only if you plan on wailing out to get them 7-star right away or getting them up to gear 8 do you
Mm-hmm.
experience much of their, because the gear 7 and gear 8 abilities
Mm-hmm.
drastically change a lot. But what aside from the content being an issue, I don't feel enthusiastic about doing the podcast so much, because all the new content is so far away from being accessible to me personally.
Yes. It's insanely unaccessible.
Right. Like on the scale of free to play to pay to play, 1 to
Mm-hmm.
10, like
Mm-hmm.
this is as low as it gets for free to play.
Yeah.
Like wait a year and you might be able to do the stuff that's out right now.
And honestly, even if you were really strong at PvP, really strong at theory crafting, the rewards that you get for it, like even tournament payout, it doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't give you enough incentive. It doesn't give you enough rewards, like the gem or the crystal, whatever, diamond
Exactly.
payout is not enough that it makes it easy for you to keep on top of the meta and the changes without going quote unquote crystal poor kind of thing. Um,
Exactly.
it just doesn't, yeah. So I
Jason,
think,
go ahead.
sorry,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think also like part of the issue for me is there's so many issues that have not been addressed. I was doing a PvP battle the other day because, first of all, I still think that PvP battles being part of club requirements is stupid. Um, I think it is idiotic to force
They are the
players to
worst.
play. It is the absolute worst. It is completely idiotic to force players to play a mode that they might not want to play. I can understand donations being required, because that's helping the club. That makes
Right,
sense.
right.
PvP only helps you. It does not help the club. So why is it a club requirement? And if you don't want to play it, you shouldn't have to be penalized into playing it and forced into playing it. But anyway, I was in one and I literally was about to hit the killing blow,
Killing
quote
blow, yeah.
unquote, when I got disconnected.
You got
and
the little
it
circle.
kicked me right out. I wasn't playing a bot, I was playing an actual human, kicked me right out, and
Back to the main screen, the home screen,
back to the main screen.
or the select your character screen. Because I
Can't,
get both of those, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't count. Sometimes I go back to the main screen. Usually end up getting kicked out back to the select your team and hit battle or whatever. But it doesn't count. And I'm like, why? Why is that still happening? If that kind of stuff is happening, then you shouldn't be forcing people to do their battles.
Right. Along with that, and part of what's the not getting being rewarded for your efforts.
Yeah.
I made it up to Challenger, which I think is pretty good for my level of play. But I have no incentive to keep climbing, keep trying. Every single team I fight are the same people, the same Gear 8 massive whales. I have no control over it. Doesn't matter how weak a team I put in. Even if I were to gruelingly try to get up to master or something, the change in reward for me to gain another 1,000 trophies is I get another 1,500 gold for this week.
That's it?
That's it. I don't get another token of Miguel.
Yeah.
Still just 8.
There's no gems.
No gems.
See, it's just not worth it.
Like the distance between me and Grand Champion. The Grand Champion, the final end, only the top person in the game could ever be there. They're getting 10 Miguel tokens versus my 8. Why would I care whether I make it to Grand Champion or not?
Yeah, there's no incentive. I have been hovering between Platinum 1 and Platinum 2 consistently, probably for the last 2 months. And by hovering, I mean literally every day. It's like, congratulations, you're Platinum 1. Congratulations, you've been demoted to Platinum 2. Every single day. I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, let's go again.
Yeah. And so, I wish I was down lower. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm gonna throw in my weakest couple tunes and just drop and drop, which you'll notice people do.
Oh yeah.
But it's just so time exhaustive. Like literally, if I were to try and win my 5 battles for the day, it's like an hour.
We ask for 2 in my club, 2, and getting 2 done for me takes me anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour to get 2 wins.
Yeah. So to the game developers, this game mode is widely hated. Yeah. Only a handful of people could enjoy it. And then even the ones that are successful, almost everybody I know in all these top guilds, they've got people that use bots, that use macros or whatever you want to call it, to play it for them, where it's just a numbers game of, while I'm not doing it something, the program's going to make me do 20 battles all on auto. Right. I can win 5 of them, and it's better than me having to try and do it manually. Right. So half the opponents I play at this level are automatically on auto, which means these people aren't enjoying it.
No,
they aren't.
They're just doing it because it's a club requirement.
Exactly. Like in my discussion with some of these top clubs, they've got certain people that have to, use a program, try and bear the brunt of it, so that when they're recruiting people, they don't have to have a high 5 battle requirement, because that's a turnoff.
Right, because then they can still get the rewards for the
Right.
club dailies.
Right.
Oi.
Be the heavy hitter we need in Conquest or
Yeah.
the Raid, but not be asking too much PvP. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
my main gripe. So I've been playing this for a full year now, since the game came out. The only thing that's been added is the raid. I enjoy the raid. I really like the raid. These little events that pop up, once you beat them, like the books,
That's it.
like
Right.
right now we got the new Toy Story Showdown, the towers. They're not so much about your skill in beating them as they are having the right characters at the right star level. Once you beat them, it's just a matter of hitting auto win. My entire daily routine is just going to the challenges, hitting auto, going to the campaigns, hitting auto. Not even an auto battle, but just the auto win.
Yeah.
I personally completely ignore the club dungeon. It's just the time it takes to wait on my team to win.
I will do club dungeon, but I will do club dungeon while I'm like brushing my teeth, and I just auto.
Yeah.
I don't watch the ad for the extra attempt.
Yes, I don't either. I've stopped watching any ads.
I just add or auto, sorry.
I am capable of winning the Tower of Endurance 5 all the way to 13. Was very fun getting to where I could do that. But just beating this final tower, playing through it, strategizing and whatnot, is at least another 30 minutes to an hour.
Sometimes I do the Tower of Endurance because I have to do it for my daily and I'm running out of time in the day because it's been like a crazy day. Yeah. I will literally do one battle and that's it.
Did you know you don't even have to do a battle? You just have to enter, forfeit, leave, and you get your daily. Because that's what I do. So for the last week, I've been sitting here on Battle 5 of Tower Endurance. And I'll just
that's great. That's
go
great.
in.
Enter, forfeit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because it's just so time consuming.
It's so time consuming.
So boring. It's never changing. Once I've beaten it, I've beaten it.
Yeah. And I know that like one of the metrics that developers and stuff look at is how much time are you spending in game. Like they want you in the app as long as possible. So like obviously they want you in there. That's why a lot of these games have bonus energy spaced out throughout the day because you're constantly going back into the game, right?
Yeah.
But like when you, it's just such a grind to be in it that long and to feel like you're getting nothing.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I can't. I don't even do my full 5 tournament attempts.
Me neither. I'm lucky to get one each day.
Yeah, I used to be when I got Elsa, I immediately jumped to top 20 in my tournament regularly, did not move. And I now am like, I do one so that I cross over from like 106, rank 106 to like 98. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's too much.
No.
And then I am not even excited about the legendaries anymore.
No.
Because, so again, I've been playing since the start. Hardcore without spending. I've got my Elsa built up real good. Happy about that. I got my hero built up real good. But when it comes to the other legendaries, I was just barely able to get Baymax to 5-star this time around.
I have not unlocked them.
And this is the second legendary that came out in the game.
Yeah.
So this was a long time ago.
Yeah, and I haven't unlocked them. So that tells you a lot.
I've been hardcore going for Beauty and the Beast characters when that one came around. So I think I might be able to get Beast this time around,
Mhm.
but it'll still only be 5-star,
Right.
which is
Which
useless.
he's very squishy at 5-star.
Yes.
I have him at 5-star, and he's very squishy. He's fun. Do not get me wrong. He's a lot of fun, but he's
Yeah.
squishy. He dies pretty fast. The only good thing about him at 5-star and being squishy is that usually by the time he dies, even though he dies fairly quickly, is he's already done what you needed him to do, which is take the damage so that the rest of your team doesn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's still. I don't think I've won a match with him on it and him be alive at the end.
Yeah. And my 5-star Baymax has not been successful enough for me, where I've had to pull him. I got him to gear 6, level 60. Still only 11,000 health as a tank.
Man, as a tank.
Still, and then versus dumb characters like Dash, and who's not even the worst anymore. Tomago, the ones that their very first move just throws 20,000 damage to one of your characters.
Yeah.
Where he's instantly dead. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still gonna play the game.
I think I am too. I'm just not. I don't feel rewarded.
Yeah, because I think it's low investment. Since I don't do Tower of Endurance, I don't do the club dungeon. Just getting my dailies, I can handle all that within 20 minutes or so. So right now, I'm still willing to sacrifice that much time.
Yeah.
I also still enjoy the raid.
Yeah.
My guild just finally got up to heroic and beat it this week. I'm happy, very happy about that.
That's good. I find that with the raid, because the rewards are flat, which I do like, it doesn't incentivize people to hit the raid.
It really doesn't.
So we are still on tier 4. We tried tier 4, I want to say like 2 months ago maybe, and it was way too long. It was way too hard for our guild or for our club. And that was also when we learned that if you have a team member in the club that doesn't qualify to have a full squad, so like a full 5 characters go into the raid, they won't get rewards. So we went back to tier 3. That person got their 5th character up so that we could go back to tier 4 when we were ready. Went back to tier 4, and on our first or second try of it, we were over a day in and we had less than half of the club actually logging damage in the raid. So there's no incentive to hit it because you know that the club can carry you and you do no damage, and you'll get the same rewards.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Because in Star Wars, that's one of the things I enjoy. You work real hard and get top 3, you get a nice reward for it.
Usually.
Yeah. You at least feel like you're getting a nice pack.
Yeah, totally. You get rewarded for your effort. Exactly. Which, again, like I said, I'm not mad that the rewards are flat, but because they're flat, there is a lot of carrying that happens. I think a lot of people are also feeling the game burnout too, with just having so many things to do in the game all the time.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Also,
very good point.
One other thing that I don't like, real quick, you might not notice this because you're in the Pacific time zone. They really cater for those little bonus gifts and things. They cater to that time zone.
Yeah, I can tell.
Which like sucks because I'm a night owl. So normally like the late gifts I will get, but there are a few people who it's like the middle of the night for them in Europe.
Right. Anywhere else in the world. Oh yeah.
Anywhere else in the world, they're not getting it.
Yeah. I can tell it's perfectly timed for me. And
yeah,
I think at the same time, it's like, man, if I lived anywhere else, or when I traveled to the East Coast, it is
Yeah.
not even that is not even as ideal.
Like for me, it only works because of my schedule. Because I am a night owl, it works for
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
But if I wasn't, it wouldn't work.
yeah.
So
And then, so my main gripe, though, that probably is what has hurt my enthusiasm for the. My main
mhm,
gripe is the slowness it takes to progress your character
yeah.
because the gear crunch is so horrid.
Hmm.
The shops have not been updated
Hmm.
since Frozen was added to the game.
Hmm.
So, you still got look at the club currency shop.
Okay.
Not a single one of these characters is useful. Kristoff slightly with a Frozen team.
Right.
Baloo just got a rework, so he might be. But still, these 10 characters here,
Not
trash.
useful. I don't buy characters in here. All I do is buy gear in the club.
Right.
And
That's
even
what they make you
then,
do.
I'm
Yeah,
running out of it.
even then, okay, each day I can buy 10 droplets or something,
Yeah,
maybe 15. So it'll take me a week to fill in a gear piece for one of my characters.
totally.
Stupid slow. Stupid slow.
It is. When did Beast come around? About a month ago, give or take. And
Yeah,
I
it was not long ago at all.
just got Belle to tier 7 4 or 5 days ago, not that long ago, within the last week. And I just got her to tier 7. And I was not focusing on
The
anyone
tokens?
else
Hmm.
other than Beast. Like, I was gearing him because I wanted him to, he's so squishy that I was like, we gotta do something with this.
Yeah.
And she
Because you
just got
spent,
there.
what, 13,000 gems to get
Yeah,
Beast the first time?
yeah, 13,000 gone. And that's the other thing, is the only reason why I could spend that many gems is because I'm on Android. So the offers for me include other apps. So I can
Yeah.
download an app and get 1,000 crystals for,
Right.
getting to level 100 in a match 3 game or whatever.
Cookie jam.
Um, Cookie jam. But like, that's the only reason why. If you're on Apple, it's not,
Oh,
it doesn't
yeah.
work.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
horrible.
all it's all it's all purchase offers, right?
Yeah.
Which again, if you're making a purchase, then you might as well go through the offer and get some gems for it. But that's the only reason why I could spend the gems, because you're not getting them back from tournament. And if you happen to be in a club that wants 1,000 tickets a day from you for the raid, you're spending your gems and you're not getting them back during your
Daily
rewards from the day.
completions of stuff. Yeah, rewards for the day. Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually going into the negative.
Your gym expenses are more than your gym income.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
It's
Which
bad.
is not good, because for me, like, not to compare it to Star Wars, but just to compare it to Star Wars, if I have a character that I need one piece of gear left to take them up to the next gear level, if I'm in a rush to gear that character, I will buy that gear with crystals or gems. If I'm now in the negative, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't sacrifice that to
Right.
gear up a character faster because I'm not getting the payout faster.
Yeah. And all the gear pieces are expensive in this game, more expensive than
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars, but without getting any
Mm-hmm.
daily income of
Mm-hmm.
gems. Like the
Yeah.
Gear 7 pieces are just ridiculous. The raid never drops the ones you need.
Mm-hmm.
The store hardly ever has the ones you need. So what they want you to do for these bajillion fragments that go into a single piece, you got to spend energy with these
Yeah.
horrible drop rates on the campaign. If I
But you're
spend
also
50
spending
gems,
energy.
yeah. If I spend 50 gems to get 1 or 2 pieces of gear and I need 40 just for this one part of this one piece, no. I'm not doing it.
No. And you're also spending your energy on farming
Characters.
the character tokens. So
Exactly.
like for me, I'm like, okay, I'm still farming my Beauty and the Beast characters. But I also want to work on the Baymax characters, and I also want to work on the Rapunzel characters. So it's like, how am I supposed to deviate to get gear as well?
Right. Yep. It's horrible. Like, after a year of playing, I've been able to work hard to get 4 gear 7,
Mm-hmm.
2 of whom I shouldn't have even done, but I did it for the raid, because that's where I like to focus in game.
Right.
But I only have 14 gear 6 characters. And half of them aren't good ones. No. 14. No, never mind. I counted wrong. I have more than that, but not many more. But like,
you got more than me.
Ariel and Eric,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're even good in the raid. They
Mm-hmm.
definitely aren't good on a arena team.
They're not doing good for me in the raid, let me tell you.
Yeah. So even with the raid, there still isn't wide use of characters.
Right.
Yep.
And I know that, like, theoretically you should focus on one team before you move on to the next. But because it's so long to get them to 7 stars, it genuinely feels like it will never happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
because every single character that they come out with is put onto one of these dumb elite nodes. So the most you can get each day is 1, 2, or 3,
mm-hmm.
which means come back in a year, and after doing it every single day, getting 1 a day, now you finally got a 7-star character.
Yep. Awesome.
Or you can spend 50 gems just to refresh that one elite node.
You can get 1 refresh for free from your club member, but that's just 1 and 1 node.
Right.
So still.
Stupid.
It's very unbalanced, and it's not a friendly unbalance. I can deal with unbalance. I can deal with being, a little bit far behind if I know that it is achievable to get the meta the second time around. But it's not even achievable to get it the second time around.
Right.
So, I mean, I still don't have Baymax, and this is what, the 3rd or 4th time he's come around.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep. So those are our gripes. So that's why we probably won't be continuing the podcast until we feel better about the game.
Yeah.
I still plan on coming out with a raid video soon.
Yeah, I want to see the team you were talking about. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Not that you were talking about it.
This is the official unveiling. Just a little sneak peek for people.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've kept it under wraps from everybody.
Ooh.
Like, my guildmates are like, "How'd you do that much damage?"
And you're like, "I'm not telling you."
I'm like, "You'll find out. All in good time. Time." So,
oh my gosh.
the team is Sven, Kristoff, Merlin, Hero, and Dr. Facilier.
Okay.
I focus on using summoned trolls, Troll Ursula, because the trolls are able to keep her instant defeat from killing any of my crucial characters. Dr. Facilier puts a taunt onto one of the trolls Then I use the Cauldron and Hero to help give Facilier the magic increase where
Okay.
before the 2-turn taunt falls away off of the troll, Facilier puts it back on him.
Right.
So this keeps it to where I never have to worry about losing one of my main characters. While at the same time, Hero is putting enough evades and shields that we can actually survive these crushing blows that Ursula deals out.
Right.
I don't know if you've done heroic yet, attempted it or tried it or anything. The damage is ridiculous.
Is it not? Is it disgusting? It's disgusting. Oh man.
Empowered Ursula. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Her basic, she double taps. And then if she's empowered, she does it twice.
Right.
So she does 18,700 damage critical hits.
Mm-hmm.
Each one.
4.
Yeah, 4 of them. So in a
4,
single turn, she does 74,000 damage to your team. A single one of her turns. This is just her basic. We're not even talking about her super special that hits adjacent enemies or her instant defeat. And this is just phase 3 I'm talking about. I don't have a good team for phase 1 or phase 2.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple out there. This team works in phase 4 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Phase 4 is probably the easiest of the 4 phases just because Ursula doesn't deal as much damage as the other bosses have in the raid.
Right.
Yeah, basically, so my strategy, exploit the trolls, letting them take all the damage, evades, and keeping your character safe from instant defeat. Then putting enough Pan's Shadow of Sven out there.
Okay.
So that you can have a bunch of Svens assisting each other.
Yeah.
And just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
What's really great is when Dr. Facilier can get a heal over time from somebody dying, whether it's one of your trolls or you replace one of your summons with another summon.
Mm-hmm.
If Facilier gets a heal over time and then passes it along to one of the Svens, because by the end you want to have like 5 or 6 shadows of Sven.
Oh boy.
There's so many of them at that point that the one heal over time from Facilier will go on to one of the Svens. When it expires, it'll go on to 2 of the other Svens. When each of those expire, they go on to 2 of the other Svens.
So they're just passing it around.
Yeah, but passing multiple ones, or passing it to multiple Svens. So that one that originated off of Facilier can turn into 10, 20, 100 heal over times on each Sven.
Right, because they stack.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh. It's beautiful.
Okay, now I kind of want to try it.
It is so much fun. So difficult to get going.
Yeah.
That's what I've been critiquing for the last couple months on tier 4. But so beautiful when you can get that going. And at that point, when you've gotten a taunt on one of these summons who have evades and whatnot, because you keep one Sven safe, like keep your original Sven until he gets instant defeated or whatnot. Keep him safe. While Ursula is focusing her damage and killing one of your shadows, the entire time Hero has been making stronger your OG Sven.
Right.
So that when you build a new shadow to replace the one that you just lost, it's even stronger than the one from before. Yeah. Because over this time, the original Sven has been getting more evades, more shield up. So I can get to where there's like a plus 50,000 shield on one of my shadows, so that they can actually eat the damage that Ursula deals.
Oh man! So you're gonna put a video out.
I'm gonna put a video out. Hopefully the developers don't do something to nerf it. I've thought through how they could. I don't know how they can nerf it. without making a bunch of changes. It's not a simple fix. Like Barley was a good character in the raid world at delaying magic, but they nerfed that so that Ursula has increased resistance to magic stealing.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they will try to do something, but hopefully we can still find a way to make this team, because I enjoy it a lot.
I'm gonna try it.
Good. I'll make a video.
I'm gonna study your video and then I'll try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it out within the next week.
Awesome. Love it. Yeah, so I think we're both gonna play. We're just both gonna be more casual.
Yeah.
Me more casual than you, because I'm not that heroic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that wraps it up for this episode. Do you have anything final words you wanted to say, Sarah?
Don't think so. I think we've aired it all out. We're still gonna be around. I mean,
right. The Discord's still open.
Yeah,
we'll still chat.
Around. We can get your raid video in there and everything.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very cool. Well, we appreciate everyone that has listened for the last year. We've enjoyed doing the podcast with you. We've liked the game and liked our community just as much as you, but just like things to get better.
Yeah.
But that ought to do it. Until next time, Jeannie, you're free.